education is key. You need a proper diet in order to survive, and it's up to you to feed yourself as well as educate yourself on the proper foods to feed your body with. Especially in the AA community, it's very important that you learn how to eat properly. It's very important that you learn how to eat properly. Your competitors, you never want to think of them as your competitors, because nobody is here to compete against you. Um, Everybody, you can definitely, maybe you cannot learn from every single person, but you can learn from every situation that you end up facing. In the African American community, there's a lot, you guys have a lot of people that, might not like you for so many different reasons, because of specifically the color of your skin. And it's not necessarily because of who you are. It's the fact that you actually have the ability to be in the sun and longer. You have the confidence because of the trials and the hardship that you have faced. But it's very important to know that rubbing it in anybody's face is not the way to go about things. You're gonna need to make deals and find partnership with people in other races versus you sticking to your own race. And also just do your best to try to understand that, there are organizations out there that are really definitely putting their lives on the line out there, trying to, and risking their lives fighting for you versus against you, just to show you that you are important and the importance of your existence. If your existence wasn't important, there wouldn't be people being placed in order for you to survive, in order for you to fight back for who you are and your very existence. Now, in the African American community, I know that, your lack of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is what will keep you from moving forward. And that's why your focus should never be extreme gossip, just a bunch of waste of time smoking cigarettes, drinking. They send the hood unprocessed food and or processed food, and they give you guys all the leftovers. And because you're desperate, you're going to, of course, run and get it because you have no choice. But you do have a choice. We live in a time now where there are people that actually care about you in other races, or even if they may not specifically care about you, they have created laws and rules that fight against abusing you as a Black person. And so take that into consideration and do your best not to listen to other people when they tell you, oh, white people are bad, you shouldn't talk to them. You should be cautious, because there are a lot of, white people that may not still be fond of you. And a lot of them, they won't even tell you they're getting smarter every day when it comes to communication, because they know the law and they know that it's wrong to discriminate against you. So they use every little thing to try to push you to the edge. They'll say you're too loud, and I know that you don't want to, you do want to make, you do want to be artistically creative, the African American community is one of the most artistically creative people in the world, and that's just with lyrically and musically. Your body is an intelligent tool, while others, they have a lot of other skills, such as their brain. They have skills such as, where you may fail, they have skills. It doesn't mean that you won't be able to have those skills as well. It's just a matter of studying. Now, they might keep certain information from you as the African American community, because they fear you getting to the top. And it's not that they fear you getting to the top because they hate you necessarily. It's because a lot of people, they need to see that you're not going to be out there. They need to see that you're not going to go out there trying to hate on other white people, or trying to, and also they're removing certain people out of certain organizations that are going against your own life and your own body, and making sure that you yourself are not affected by the past. It's so important for you not to be affected by the past. When or if you are affected by the past, you will you will get up there with the wrong intentions, just like Black Lives Matter. They were affected by the past, so they went up there with the wrong intentions, and their intentions were to tell, the white people out there that they were better, that they thought that we could never, that they thought you thought we weren't going to make it, but look at us. That's not what the white people want to hear, because a lot of them actually donated to your organizations, and they don't want to hear you say, oh, you see, now we have it, now we here. That's not what they want. They want you to go up there in forgiveness. They want you to go up there with kindness. Now, as far as where you live, I know a lot of people want to have loud music. Now, as far as me, I'll tell you one thing. When I was playing my music and I was playing it loud, it was pretty loud, but there are people in my neighborhood that don't want to hear loud music because they want to find peace in their own house. And if everybody's playing loud music, when will it end? And if me being a person that's powerful, or I won't even say powerful, just a leader, if I have loud music on, it's gonna cause other people to play loud music, and then when will it end is what they're thinking. How will it stop? And also, I had started posting a lot of information on the portal of where I live over here at the Equity Residence at Radius. I was posting on the portal where I was putting a lot of information that had nothing to pretty much do with the portal, with the app. And a lot of people were getting information that they really didn't want to hear. And the difference about that in social media is that they want to make it a focus that everything you talk about is related to this company and where you live and the people that live here, versus you talking about other billionaires and because that's really what I was doing, because I feel a call to talk about other people. It's not even a call to talk about other people, just people that I might find important. So I'm thinking there might be, specific geniuses on this side that might be trying to impress you, or to try to, a lot of times different geniuses don't want you to say somebody else is better, even if they agree with what they're working on. So that's where it becomes a little bit tricky when you post things about what you find better. How, like for me, I would say, oh, power to the Chinese are doing a great job. Even if they are doing a great job, there are people that didn't really want to hear it. So just being aware of where you're posting. There's nothing wrong with actually stating that. That's your right. But when you live in an apartment complex that's more high end, there are certain things that you have to know and understand that other people in the neighborhood might not want to hear. And to inquire your safety, you might not need to speak about those things towards them. You don't want them to try to find you. You don't want them to look for you. You don't want them to send someone for you, or so those are all sorts of things you have to think about. There are times where you are in a position where you just act out. You have no choice but to do it. Like for me, in my defense, I feel like God was with me and in me, and he was probably trying to figure out the kind of people that were around me, how they felt about me, how they felt about me voicing my opinion and the way I was voicing my opinion. Because really what we didn't know was what the portal was really all about. Like, what is this? What kind of discussion are they trying to have us discuss? What do they want to talk about? And a lot of times you can't really write every single specific because there's not enough space. And if you do write too much of the specifics, then it's just going to look like you have just a bunch of information. And sometimes when you have way too much information, a lot of people they can lose focus on the most important thing. And so I feel like at Radius where they failed in that part, and I feel like it's a good thing that they had the app, but what they could have done better was definitely have a better explanation. And they probably do, I just haven't read it. and I will definitely read it. So just make sure. And the reason I haven't read it is because I'm really busy trying to work on 10 things at once, and just being able to explain, because some people don't understand, but at least their response wasn't as bad. All right, guys, that's all.